the wood. I will temporarily add wood to this pile just so that they bring that indoors. I want to get everything indoors right away, as quickly as I can. Pond turtle. Got bit by a bog crawler. Nice. Let's add rock blocks here, and now all I have to do is just put it on repeat. I don't have to worry about adding the constraint again. Workflow will automatically manage all jobs that have this output. So it's going to manage the rock blocks controls from both, as long as it's a repeated job. If I didn't put it on repeat, if it was just like this, then once the job's done once, it disappears, and workflow doesn't care about it. And apparently I need to designate, that's right, I got to get some more mining going. So let's pull up Quick Fort. I'm going to press Alt-H a couple times here to, oh, apparently I have Quick Fort turned off. Let's pull up Quick Fort. And that would be in the .2F utilities directory here. .2H, excuse me. Quick Fort. Oh, that's an icon. What am I doing? Here we go. Quick Fort. Alright, so now we got Quick Fort. Let's go ahead and pull up a file, Alt-F. And I'm going to actually navigate to my desktop. I've got a My Designs folder. And I want to do my bedrooms. I'm going to hide the screen there for just a second. I'm going to dig this out just a little bit deeper. And then I'm going to put some stairs here. And we'll leave it hollow in the center. And then one floor below, I'm going to go ahead, re-enable the Quick Fort thing there. And then we'll select the dig. Let's make sure we're in the center. Check the footprint with Alt-V. And then we can get it to dig with Alt-D. And there's my first floor bedroom. And at the same time, we'll go one floor up. And I'm going to select Alt-File, my dining room. OK. And Alt-D. Is that the dining room that I wanted? Oh, that's the problem. That's my old... Yeah, I forgot. I made a new folder with my newer stuff. Let's get rid of that. No, 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 no. DX. Alright, Alt-File. I want this dining room. And dig. Center of the stairwell. Up one level, Alt-D. That's all I want. Nice and simple. Okay, so I got our digging designated, and basically things are clipping along all right. We've got most of our dwarves working on stuff. I can press Control-I, that does pause the game, so nothing's happening in the background. And I can see that we've got 28 food. This does kind of allow you to cheat slightly, because you can see your exact stock, even if you don't have a bookkeeper. But that's not a big deal. I mean, we're going to get a bookkeeper very soon. And workflow, to me, for most things, pretty much replaces the necessity for a manager. And actually, I don't want that miner to be cooking. What are you doing? Stop cooking. Let the cook cook. You are a miner. You go away, Dwarfy. Slowly bringing the remains of the wood in. You can see all these barrels. We have tons of them. And I'm going to change my orders. I do want them to not... Actually, you know what? Never mind. Mef removed bone studs. We don't need to do that anymore. Okay, build workshop. I want to build a bunch of these things for now. I just want to get all of our furniture done. So we'll get 4 of those things going. I'm going to put a stone stockpile right in the middle of the hallway. Again, dwarves can run over stone and it doesn't slow them down or affect them. We'll go ahead and we'll put this as just not metal ores or economic, just kind of the crap stone. And let's go ahead and allow them to use 3 wheelbarrows. Now what you'll notice is that it's going to immediately say resuming production of wood wheelbarrow, because I just created a stockpile and I allowed them to use 3 wheelbarrows. So instantly 3 of the 6 wheelbarrows that I had stored got assigned to that stockpile, which bumped my limit from 6 down to 3. Again, I can press Control I and go look at it. You can see wheelbarrow, I currently have 3. 3 is the lower bound, the lower limit, which kicks in the order to make more, and it's going to now make more back up to 6. So the reason I like to keep that wheelbarrow thing on there is that I pretty commonly make stone stockpiles, and I just want to make sure that I don't have to deal with the wheelbarrows. Just take care of it, you know? Like, my job is not to micromanage every single dwarf. It's to play the fortress game and kind of plan it out and tell them what to do and fend off invaders and stuff like that. So, right, so now something I do like to use the manager for, though, is for temporary things. Like, for instance, I want to build my first set of stone noble bedrooms, and I just want 8 of them. I don't want 8 forever, or I don't want a range of them. I just want you to make 8, and then tell me when you're done. So that's I'm going to use the manager. Now, I do have to assign a noble. I need a manager as a noble, so let's go ahead and make the expedition leader. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't actually do anything yet until we have 20 dwarves. But that is going to immediately queue up some of these stone nobles, and I'm going to cancel most of them so that it gets spread out between the two. Building stone noble sets is a labor based off stone crafting, so I'm going to read dwarves. And again, I don't really care who does it, so let's just enable all of you. Just make the beds and stuff. And again, we'll cancel these out. Cancel these out. We'll get it equally assigned between all of them. We're very quickly now getting out a decent little fort with bedrooms for everyone. They're about to fall asleep. If I don't get it done soon, they're all going to pass out on the floor and become unhappy. You know, they're all still pretty happy, but the happier they are, the better. See there, I got a little notification, stopping production, rock blocks. So if I press Control I can see that rock blocks is, somebody was making them, and we went slightly above the upper bound, just because, you know, one extra job was completed or something. So we currently have 61 rock blocks, and that's fine. And it's going to stay within this range. So if I wanted to, I could actually be more specific and say that I only want a certain type of rock block, like only make obsidian rock blocks, only make gabbro rock blocks, etc. Now that we've got pretty much everything inside, I do want to adjust this stockpile. Let's not worry about wood anymore, and let's not worry about bringing in gems or bars and blocks. You don't need to move those. Don't need to move finished goods or furniture. In fact, really all of it I don't really care about anymore. I just want it to be on the ground. Just make it a food stockpile for now. And this guy is, you know, the easy meal is still there, but my guess is he's run out of items to cook with, or nope, apparently he hasn't. He's just been kind of preoccupied. In the previous first couple episodes, I did demonstrate how to use burrows to kind of force your miners to work where you want. They're doing a pretty good job, though, since I haven't designated very much. You know, they've finished digging out the bedroom area now. As soon as these first 8 bedroom sets are done, which is apparently very soon, this guy's working on the last one right now, we should be good to build out that bedroom area. And real quick, let me pull up my dining room build. I need 10 orders of dining room set. So let's do that. Let's go to the manager, dining, set, and I'm going to make 10 orders of dining set. And it's a pretty darn big dining room that I like to build, just because I like to have room for about 100 dwarfs. Okay, the first set of stone bedrooms is done. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pick Alt F for my file. I'm going to pick out my bedrooms here. This is the same as that previous one. Go to build, and then we can go to BO, put this in the center square, Alt-D. Ta-da, there goes all my buildings again. Alt-H to hide the tooltip again. And let's let them drag all the furniture in there. Yeah, unfortunately that dwarf right there is sleeping. These guys are all drinking and eating. And this is pretty much dug out, almost completely. We actually are going to need more stone, I think, to actually build all those dining sets. So let's go ahead and start digging further down. And I'll do a transformation here. I'll dig out the rest of the bedrooms here. Okay. Cancels construction build. You can't reach the site. So sometimes that happens when there's multiple dwarves trying to install something at the same time. You're going to get these errors and stuff. All you got to do is click through and just find the one that was suspended and press S to get them to resume it. That, or like the stone that's there was reserved for something and they're not allowed to move it because another dwarf needs it for something. Looks like the dining room sets are coming along pretty well. Rock blocks are both suspended, that's okay. Doing okay on drink and food. And it doesn't look like there's any animals really, some sauropods, but we're pretty safe. These are some they're like dinosaurs. These are some big darn animals. You don't want to mess with these guys. A colossal lizard found grazing in tropical swamps. It eats leaves along the tops of trees. It is normally placid when left alone. So let's just leave it alone. Got our dogs outside, and I'm actually going to pasture a couple specific dogs here for guard duty. I'll put an activity zone here, and another activity zone right next to it. Actually, no, not right next to it. How about one below it? And then I'll make this a pen or pasture. And then I'm going to go to capital N, set pen or pasture information. Let's put one of our mastiffs there. And we'll go to this one. Again, pen or pasture, pasture animal. And we'll put the other. Now the way that this interface works, if you're not familiar with it, you see how these ones in the top right here, I hope you can see my mouse, they are darker than these brighter ones. The brighter ones here let you know that this animal is currently pastured. The darker ones let you know that like these animals are not pastured anywhere. They can just run around freely. I'm going to set that one there, and it's grayed out because it's basically saying that this animal is pastured, but he's not in his pasture. He needs to be found and dragged there. So I've just designated those two, so soon a dwarf is literally going to come and drag those mastiffs to those two specific spots. And I'm putting them in the center of this three-way hallway so that if any animals try to sneak by, they'll be there. So there, that guy just got dragged to the spot, and another one's going to get dragged right there soon. There we go, you can see him bringing him. Now, when I click I and I look at the pen or pasture information, again, mastiffs, it's in that bright color, letting you know that this animal is pastured and he's in his pasture. So, doing okay with building that out. That room is dug out. They're continuing to dig down. Just check the manager, see how many. Still need to make 8 more bedroom set or dining room sets. Apparently this job is not suspended. And actually, for just a moment, I'm going to pull up this and let's disable mining. Because I really want them to just haul stuff, you know. Build the bedrooms. And I'm not really sure how I want to record Dwarf Fortress, if I just want to do huge, long episodes, or if I just want to try to keep them 10, 20 minutes like I do with other games. Having a hard time deciding. What does that say? Cancels make stone dining room set needs more stone, yeah. So we do need to keep digging before we can finish those. I think for this episode, since I've been on a hiatus for a while, I'm just going to keep recording until I've got my bedrooms built out. Now these dwarves are going to sleep in these beds, even though they're not actually bedrooms yet. You know, they'll just pick, if they can find a bed that's not occupied, they'll go sleep there. They can't claim it for themselves because it's not a bedroom, but they can sleep in it. So we've got 1 now, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms pretty much built out. I could manually go through and designate this as a bedroom, but I'm not going to because I want to illustrate again how Quick Fort makes things so quick and easy. I'm going to wait for them to build out the rest of them. Cook is still working outdoors. Now would be a good time probably to do something like this. Let's remove these 3 squares from there. Build workshop kitchen there. And I'm going to shift the actual construction of food indoors so he doesn't have to drag food outside and then bring it back in and then drag it outside and bring it back in. That's kind of silly. Almost done here. And I'm getting constant spam about the dining room set because they don't have any stone. They keep trying to go make it, but they don't have any stone. Got a bunch of different random animals running around. And one last bedroom to finish. That miner, that little slash there is a pick. He dropped his pick because I disabled his labor when he was in the bed. So when he woke up, he just threw it on the floor. Right, so Quick Fort. So I can go Alt-E, pick out Query, press Q, put it in the center of the room, Alt-D, bam. There's 8 bedrooms, just like that. Pretty darn cool. Now, just to make sure that these initial 8 dwarves are happy, I am going to now go through and assign them their bedrooms. Normally, you don't have to worry about this. They'll pick out a room when they want, but they don't seem to always do it right away. And I just want to make sure that they start getting happy thoughts from owning furniture and being able to admire their stuff. You know, just in general, make them happy. So I've just assigned those 7 bedrooms. Now the reason for my layout like this is that it's not quite as efficient as the Windmill Villas design, which is the one that looks like a swastika. But it's very short as far as distance goes. From the central stair, right here, this 3x3 column here, it's only 1, 2, 3 spaces to the bed. So they're only 3 spaces away from the staircase to the bed. Each bedroom is the exact same distance from the central stair. And this central location in the bedroom is directly adjacent to every item in there. So when they come into the bedroom to sleep, the way that happy thoughts work is dwarves have the ability to admire an object if it's either on the tile that they travel through or directly adjacent to the tile that they travel through. So by surrounding all their furniture around them, I'm guaranteeing that every time they go sleep in this bedroom, they'll have a chance to admire all of their furniture. Now they may or may not like their furniture. They might think the quality's poor. In fact, most of this furniture is probably garbage, but they're still going to admire it because they own it. So that's kind of the logic behind that. Next up, we're going to have to keep digging, and once we have some more stone, we'll be able to build out the dining room here. I am extremely excited that this game is playing properly as long as I don't right-click. And again, just to prove my point, I'm going to now quick save, which I think Alt-Q or Control-Q, maybe it was. Yep, looks like either Control-Q or Alt-Q. I can't remember which one, but it was added to the DF hack as a quick save. So we've just saved the game, just in case. I'm going to save from here as well. Quick save, quick save. And now if I tab back, see how it doesn't load right away? It's because it's actually saving. You can see the little circular thing letting me know it's doing something. So yeah, so from here now, game is saved. I'm going to end the episode here, but just to prove my point, I want to right-click to crash the game. So we'll see you in the next episode. And here we go. Right-click on the wood. No, the tree. Let's right-click on a tree. Right-click. Crash. All right, see you in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching.